Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you with the Smackdown report for the 6th of June. Tonight was the night that we thought we might get some answers from Seth Rollins with his promo on why he turned his back on his brothers of the Shield, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. Triple H brought him out there at the start of the show as a way to sort of, brag to the WWE Universe and, say, hey, I got your boy, he's right here, and he's gonna, shoot the shit on why he did what he did. Honestly, Seth Rollins didn't say a whole lot. He only took the mic and talked for about 30 seconds, and just saying that the only person he needs to give answers to about why he did what he did was to himself. He didn't really give anything away. I think that more than likely they're going to be waiting until Monday. I thought the first time that we saw Seth Rollins after the big turn was they were going to make us wait until Monday Night Raw next week. I thought he would come out and either have the hair cut or he would have the hair dyed all black, wouldn't have the blonde Caitlyn-style highlights throughout half of his hair. I thought that he'd be wearing sort of like a suit and tie, sort of to fit in with the Evolution, but he was still out there in his Shield attire. Then again, the news is broke that the final judgment on what they were going to do and what they were doing when they made the plans and told Seth Rollins that this is what's going to happen was Sunday at the pay-per-view is when they told him. So more than likely, with only Monday being a live show and Tuesday being a taping, they didn't have enough time to make Seth Rollins his new look. I know that he's worn tights in the past, but if you're wearing your Shield attire for the past 2 years, more than likely you're not just putting basic normal trunks in your bag to wrestle, and you're still going to be going out there in your regular stuff because why would you have anything else? I'm sure that they've come up with this new design and his new look, and more than likely when we see him on Monday, if he wrestles a match on Monday Night Raw, which I would think he would do if he's already wrestling singles matches tonight on SmackDown, is we're going to see a new look. We're not going to see him in the full-on Shield attire anymore, and he'll probably go out and pick himself up a new suit. But basically, after he said, the only person he had to answer to was himself. The crowd was very, very loud. I'm not sure if it was piped in because it was SmackDown chants or if this was the real deal and those guys really stepped up to the plate. I'm trying to look and see where SmackDown was held, but I can't see where the tapings were. But good to you guys for stepping up to the plate and letting Seth Rollins know he sold out. And the one guy that came out and stepped up out on the stage was Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler was saying that he didn't really respect the Shield. They weren't friends, but basically he respected them on what they did do, and he was going to come out there for the WWE Universe and step up to the plate and be the guy who beats him and so shows him that he's playing for the wrong team. Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler is a match that I think I would love to see, and I'm glad that this was the first match. They went out there and they had a good one. No real big highlights from the match. Then again, it was on SmackDown. They weren't going to go all out like it was a pay-per-view, but this is a match that I would like to see go that far to be a pay-per-view. I think that somewhere down the line this is going to be a rivalry. Who knows if they're going to be fighting over an IC title or a United States Championship, but then again, Ziggler's been there once before. We would like to guess that these guys are going to be a rivalry over the World Heavyweight Championship someday. I think that we've seen in these Shield matches that Seth Rollins has been able to pull himself apart and shine. A lot of people have a lot of spotlight on Roman Reigns right now as he's going to be the next guy that they're going to try and push, maybe make him like a Rocky Maivia sort of deal and push him to the top like that and be some sort of a killer babyface, a guy that's going to, replace John Cena and take them to the next era of wrestling. But we'll have to see about that. But Seth really is the guy. He can go out there. Some people have sort of connected him, saying that he's a lot like Jeff Hardy. I can see that because of the risks and the dives that he's taken in matches where he's done like the Madison Square Garden jump at Extreme Rules, where they weren't in the Garden, but the Jeff Hardy style where he did the Swanton at the Royal Rumble 2000. In the Dudleys match, but he did that and he jumped down on them, and then he climbed to the top of the Titantron and he jumped off that during the match at Payback. So he has a sort of sense of who cares. I will say that even though the promo was really short, he really did step up to and deliver. He hasn't really given a full on great promo I didn't really see him in FCW/NXT, but I know that he was able to deliver when he was in ROH. So I have no doubts about him. The match against Ziggler was really good. He won with the curb stomp. The match was about 10 minutes. I don't know if it was longer and they edited stuff out, or it wasn't as long, and the commercials that they had mid-spot made the match a little bit longer. But it was fun stuff. I'm not going to tell you that you should go out of your way to check this out, because like I said in the beginning, none of the questions were really answered. They're going to hold this off until Monday Night Raw, until we really find out what's going down. But I'm interested. I think it was a big turn in the WWE. I think that a lot of people sort of shocked. But then again, what was the Shield going to do with no Evolution? What three-man teams are they going to put out there? WWE.com put up an article today. It wasn't really an article. It was just a series of pictures of all the different matches that the Shield have had in their almost 2-year run. All the different three-man combinations that they fought. And I think there was 53. I know they had a lot of matches because they ran series of matches with those guys. But they fought the low-ranking guys that included like Zack Ryder, and they fought main eventers like they did with there was Cena, Ryback, and Sheamus. I think that was at the Elimination Chamber, one of their first matches. But then there was like Sheamus, Randy Orton, and Big Show. I mean, there's a lot of main event / Hall of Fame talent that they fought in different three-mans. I looked at it for a while. I wasn't able to really pick out which the best one was. A lot of matches with Ryback very early on. Daniel Bryan was the constant in a lot of those. There was one match with Sin Cara and the El Matadors. That was probably the lowest ranking teams of guys that they fought. But tip it up to the Shield, man. Can't go wrong. Peace out.